I'm not gonna lie, I'm impressed by this. I was very impressed with all of them. Most importantly, of course, looking forward to Tetris. The green game.
Yeah, Tetris, man.
Woo! But in all seriousness, I'm actually very intrigued. They've done well though.
I'm actually gonna ask Angie, as a PlayStation fan, how's this sitting with you?
Well, yeah, you're right. It is impressive, some of these games that are coming out. But I think most of them look like stuff, we've seen before. There wasn't a huge amount of there that was newish looking to me.
Right.
I did like the looks of, was it the Everwild game? That looked pretty good. With the pretty backgrounds and things. And also, even though I've played sort of zombie-ish games before, I really like I can't remember what the name of the game was with the girl in the forest.
Oh, the zombie deer. State of Decay 3.
Yeah, that looked pretty decent. And then obviously Fable. I've never played a Fable game, but I think I would like to start because that looked really nice. So
I am.
But I'm not sure.
Stoked, by the way.
If I'm swayed to buy an Xbox yet. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer for me to make my final decision on that one. But there was some top-notch stuff there. So I guess I'll have to wait and see.
I agree. What about? So we've seen a few games that we knew were coming. We've seen games that were the internet's worst kept secret, such as Fable.
See, I didn't know about that.
Did you not? It was in my predictions. I actually did a whole video on that as well. I'm actually trying to think. From my predictions, the only thing I got wrong is the initiative. They didn't show us anything from the initiative. So I'm guessing that will come later.
Well, they did say there was more to come, didn't they?
Yeah.
So there's probably another event later on in the year.
Right, so nothing from the initiative yet. Jazz, we've seen some stuff from Game Pass. I mean, everything we've seen will be on Game Pass. We've seen some launch exclusives. Destiny 2 coming to Game Pass. That's fairly big news. What do you think?
Well, I've thought Game Pass was good value for money ever since I got it. Yeah. But I think this is just showing that it definitely is. Like, if you don't have an Xbox and you have a PC like me, then £4 a month to get all of those on release or for free, it's filthy. Like, definitely
that is really good.
Pleased with myself for having that. I'm impressed. They've done well compared to previous Microsoft events.
Interesting.
Definitely seems like they've taken the criticism on board in terms of losing the game sort of arms race with Sony.
Yeah.
Definitely invested a lot. Yeah, I haven't paid much attention to what's up and coming, so most of that was a surprise for me. I only really went into it knowing they were going to talk about Halo. So to come out with,
you see,
I'm super hyped about State of Decay 3. I'm super hyped about that.
I am also. I thought we would have seen more Halo. And by the way, Klita says she preferred the PlayStation event. I think both events were good. I've got to say, I think
they're different types of games. I was saying during it was like PlayStation has there's a sort of set DNA that makes a PlayStation game, I feel.
But I think we're getting actually
this is way more broad in terms of the offerings that they have.
But actually, no. Think about it. If you go back and look and watch the PlayStation event, you see that was a very diverse.
Okay.
I think we really.
No, I didn't see. I wish I had now.
Just going on my perception of PlayStation games is they tend to be.
We've seen a lot of. I was actually very impressed. People weren't, but I was very impressed by the PlayStation event, and I actually am impressed by this one as well. All the games that we've seen so far, minus Tetris. Sounds like it's gonna be a good fun to play.
It's such a Microsoft thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what we really need?
Tetris.
In the middle of all of this, when people are going, oh yeah, this is good. Oh, we need Tetris. And everyone in the boardroom went, yes,
gold star
that
for you.
man or woman or whoever deserves a raise.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, team.
I imagine, imagine the scene, like, they're sweating, tension. You can basically cut through tension with a knife. They're trying to get a last minute idea. Guys, we need a game. We actually need one more game to wow people. What can we do? Come on, what can we do? What do you say? And then, one of them just sort of like stands up and goes like, what if we come up with a first person shooters? No, it's just too mainstream, whatever. Like, come on, I need more ideas. Then another lady stands up and she goes, what if we go like with a third person action RPG? No, we're completely off track. And then there's the intern who kept his mouth shut throughout the 60-minute, stands up shaking, is afraid of speaking right now. He goes like, what if? And then like every single pair of eyes in the room goes straight into the intern, spotlight in the room, and he goes like, silence drops. I was like, what if we do Tetris? Silence.
Yeah,
No, hang on.
Yeah.
Silence for 10 seconds. And then one person starts clapping. And then the whole room...
You're painting quite a picture there.
Yeah, sorry. I went off a tangent. It had to be done. Yeah, but so no, I'm actually very impressed by the lineup, and the only thing that it's kind of pissing me off a little bit, I thought we would have seen more gameplay in general and more of Halo. Although when Halo was showing, I was trying to wrestle with OBS to see why the hell your audio wasn't coming out.
I thought I agree completely about the gameplay. Thinking about it, we saw gameplay from
Halo. That's it.
The top of my head, Halo, and also Grounded, I think, showed gameplay.
What was that?
Would you really call that gameplay? I mean,
yeah, I would, because I feel like that's pretty much how it's going to be.
All right.
Not necessarily like the view that you'll have, but that is the game, I feel. Other than that, I can't think of any that I was like, oh, okay, 100% that's the game, and that's how it's going to look, and that's how it's going to feel to play. Halo, I kind of felt they showed enough, because personally for me, within the first 5 minutes, I was like, yeah, Halo, nostalgia, boom.
Halo nostalgia,
but,
let's
after
do
a while,
this.
I was just like, it's just more Halo. Oh yeah, here comes more Halo. And I was like, okay, cool, fine, it's Halo. So
they showed a bit too much cinematic for me. I think I would have preferred just to see more shooting and running around and stuff, but they kind of spoiled a bit of the story, I think, by showing you the beginning part in the helicopter and then showing you the Thanos guy we were talking about, And I'm like, well, shouldn't that been saved for the game itself?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like the beginning bit, have you seen the reveal trailer? Like, not the reveal, the cinematic trailer. So we knew him and the guy were up in space.
Right.
So I guess they're showing then, okay, you crash landed on here, I got shot down, that's why you're now not in space. Right. So, yeah, that sort of makes a bit of sense if you've seen that, I think. Yeah. But yeah, no, I mean, for me, it was all right in terms of gameplay. I didn't feel like I needed to see more.
Okay.
It would have been nice to have more, but I felt like, okay, cool, yeah, it's all Halo. Right. They've done it. They've nailed the Halo vibe. There we go.
At least they showed some gameplay, so that's
question.
Yeah, compared to all the others.
Question to both. Obviously, Angie as a PlayStation player and Jazz as a PC player. Do you think, from what you've seen so far, from what we know about the Xbox Series X, that Microsoft is actually gearing themselves up right to try and wrestle with Sony and kind of regain a little bit of market share? Do you think they have what it takes now?
Well, they're definitely heading in the right direction, aren't they? I mean, we all said that some of the games there had very big PlayStation vibes, like the more adult side of things, and so on. So yeah, I think they're trying to step up their game big time there.
I think it's. I agree with Angie. I think it's a bit too early to tell if they've done it, but they're definitely step in the right direction compared to previous years.
Right.
And I said earlier, I haven't watched PlayStation 1, so I don't actually know like what PlayStation's got.
Yeah.
But I kind of think they might edge it a bit at the start, because I feel like PlayStation's got a lot of sequels and stuff.
Well, we're talking about a console that sold 110 million units versus 40 million units of Xboxes.
Because of Spider-Man.
but in terms of like the games, which is what we're talking about, not the actual console, I feel like I haven't watched it, so this is just my gut, but that there aren't like. That was lots and lots of here's a new IP, here's a new IP, here's a new IP, here's a new IP. Whereas I don't really think Sony's done that, have they? I think here's all the games you loved. We're making more, which is
okay. Hang on. There's a distinction here to make though. So when they said new IP, we're talking about third party, although timed exclusivity.
No, but even the exclusive ones are.
No, think about it. Halo.
I definitely feel like they went, yo, Obsidian. Here's all the money. Make everything you want to make.
Yeah, okay, no, that's
so Obsidian are going to carry for sure.
So Obsidian's coming with, one DLC and 2 new games. So rumors were right, by the way, because there was a rumor that Obsidian was split into Team A and Team B, whereas Team A was working on Grounded and Team B was working on a secret project. I have to say we haven't seen much, so I've got a feeling that game. I don't think they didn't set a release date for that game, did they?
No, I don't think so.
So I've got a feeling that's a long way off. But Microsoft is doing what I said that they should be doing, showing trailers of games that won't come for a while, just like Sony does, right? To hype people up. One thing that we need to take into consideration, though, in terms, if you take Obsidian out, which had basically one new IP, Halo's not new, State of Decay's not new, Forza's not new, Fable's not new.
True, Stalker's not
new. The new ones were all from third-party studios that, fair enough, we're talking about a timed exclusivity, so exclusive to Xbox for a bit. But
Everwild, that's new.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Everwild is new. So if you watch Sony, I'm trying to do a comparison with Sony. Sony showed us... what did they show? A remake from Demon's Souls, so not new. They did show a bunch of third-party trailers from new IPs, like Kena Bridge of Spirits, for example. Bear in mind that Sony didn't show us what Naughty Dog are doing, what Sucker Punch might be doing. Well, I mean, Sucker Punch just delivered Ghost of Tsushima literally last week. What Sony Bend are doing, and what Sony San Diego are doing. So we're talking about 4 studios we've not seen what they're up to. Naughty Dog's going to be a new IP for sure.
But what you've asked us is based off of this.
Yeah,
do you think Xbox are going in the right direction? And my response is based off of what we know. Yeah, they seem to be making new games and coming up.
I agree. I agree.
Yes, you're right in terms of there's less than.
I agree though. No, I agree. I agree with what you're saying though. I actually think Microsoft is doing everything well. I think they're basically, so far, I would even dare to say they're knocking it out of the park.
Compared to how they've been in the past, they definitely are. And even the stuff where, yes, it's third party, but they're getting the timed exclusive sort of deals. They're all good.
Yeah, I make you right.
Want to play, except for Tetris. So, whereas in the past it's been, but why? I wouldn't want to play that. So, they've only really had Halo and Gears.
I make you absolutely right.
Whereas all of these are like, oh shit, yes.
Okay.
And all of them, I'm going, nice, Game Pass. Well done, me, and well done. I definitely feel like
I'm getting my value out of Game Pass.
I feel a bit sorry for Microsoft because they really, I've got no incentive to buy an Xbox.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, it's
I probably would be a bit jealous if they didn't make them on the PC as well. I'd be like, oh,
well, the thing is, remember,
because I get like that sometimes with PlayStation. I'm like, no, I really wish I could play that.
Well, actually, this was going to be my next.
Oh, I wish I could play that. Well,
this was going to be my next question. So my next question was going to be, Jazz. I'm gonna ask you guys this multiple times up until release date. So Jazz, are you inclined, or maybe a little bit inclined now, to buy a console, whether that be Xbox or PlayStation, counting that Xbox games you can play on your PC, albeit remember that your PC being 10 years old, you said?
My graphics card is 6 years old.
Albeit that probably if you bought a new shiny Xbox Series X, you could play it. You could play.
Well, you see, here's the thing though. That's my desktop, but I also have a laptop that plays games. That's what I take to uni. So I'm my laptop's better.
Microsoft is saying we're gonna sell you an Xbox Series X via All Access, meaning you get the console, you get Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, meaning you can play Xbox Game Pass games on Xbox and on PC. And now they're even doubling it down, saying from September on, you're gonna get xCloud, meaning you can even play those games on your Android phone via streaming. So basically, when you're at home, you could play them on your Xbox. When you're at uni, you can play them on your laptop. When you're commuting on a train, you could play them on your Android phone. All of this for a fee a month spread for 24 months with 0% interest.
That's the sort of thing. I don't know. Do PlayStation do that deal?
So far, they haven't.
That's the sort of thing that would be the difference for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm never gonna stop having my main gaming thing be
the PC,
the computer, because if I open up Steam, how many games have I got on there at the moment that I'd lose? Something like.
Well, but you wouldn't lose them.
Over 300.
Yeah, but you wouldn't lose them. It's not like it's not going to. I'm not telling you get rid of your PC.
As in, like what I'm thinking is like, yes, my computer's a bit old. Let's say I want to make what's my gaming thing at home going to be? Where you were saying, you play it on your Xbox or whatever. But like, if I'm going to spend the money, I'll upgrade my PC.
Okay.
I've got 529 games on Steam.
Wow, that's a lot.
I spend way too much money. Anyway, so yeah, no, I probably, I don't know how to describe. If I was going to get a console, I'd probably get an Xbox because of that deal.
Right.
I can spread the cost and so on. I don't need to make a lump sum. But there's no reason for me to get one at the moment or for the next few years because I can play every single Xbox game.
Or what you could do, though, is also their opposite. You could say, you know what, I don't care. I've got 4, Game Pass, as you were saying, right, on PC, and I could instead go the other route. I could get a PlayStation, so I can play PlayStation exclusive. Which,
there's more an incentive for me. There's more of an incentive to get a PlayStation so I can play everything. Yeah. But to be honest, I just kind of think as a PC gamer, I'm just in a really good spot. I get access to all the Xbox games. PlayStation games are now being ported over to PlayStation. To PC. I was saying the other day I've been playing Detroit Become Human. They're making
PlayStation is very finicky. Not every title will end up on PC, and it's still Horizon Zero Dawn. It's a game that came out on 2017. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, I've never been inclined to. There's only been 2 games from the PlayStation 3 actually that I've been like, oh shit, I really want to play that. That was when it came out. That's Detroit Become Human. I was very jealous of that. Spider-Man is sort of on that list, but like to be fair, I could live without it. And then that samurai game that's just come out.
Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't know. I think we've gone off on a tangent a bit. Like, I don't think I'd get a console based off of everything, because I really like this. If I didn't have anything, maybe, but because I can get everything on Game Pass, there's no need. If I couldn't get stuff on Game Pass, I would be really annoyed. Having watched that, I'd be like, fuck, there's a lot of good games. I want that, and I would get a console.
So
but Microsoft being good to me.
So far, it's a maybe not. We'll see later on. Angie, has Microsoft done anything today to even put a little bit of hint of doubt in your mind?
Not really, to be fair. I mean, I do like to play games, but I'm not the kind of person who runs out and buys a game when it comes out. It's got to be something I'm really, really like looking forward to for me to go out and buy it on day of release. So bearing that in mind, and the fact that I will never ever play a game on my phone, there's just no point. Yeah. And plus I'm with Apple, so I don't know if that's even possible.
I have a question about like the different consoles. Yeah. Does PlayStation have the Game Pass thing for PlayStation?
They have something similar.
I know they have something similar, but as in like the thing about
not for the PC.
No, but as in like the PlayStation version, do you get because Game Pass, all those games we just saw, when they come out, will be on Game Pass.
I don't think it's
Does
immediate.
PlayStation have that?
No.
Where,
The only thing PlayStation has is PlayStation Now, which is...
That's it, yeah. I've never had it.
Which is basically like Game Pass in a way, except that so far you've been able to stream as well, so it's also available on PC, meaning that you can...
But do you get so if you have PlayStation
Yeah, you don't
Now,
get the last exclusives, no.
That I think is the biggest thing. Now there's games that back that up.
Yeah.
That I think actually is the biggest thing Microsoft has got over Sony going into this new generation is if you have Game Pass, you don't have to buy another game again.
Yeah.
If it's an Xbox exclusive, and even then they've paid the money for the third party ones to be on Game Pass as well. Look at all those games.
Any incentive for anyone to buy an Xbox, is there? If they could, I've got a PC. I could, if I was desperate to play an Xbox game, I could just do that for a couple of months.
You've got a good PC for sure.
By the way,
but then Microsoft make the money off that, because
they do. But you're not buying a console, so
Microsoft.
I don't know.
That's the thing. Ultimately, Microsoft doesn't care that you buy an Xbox. Microsoft cares that you buy their services. So we're talking about Game Pass or games.
Okay. Yeah, but you can only pay for it a couple of months if it's just one game.
But to be fair, you could also think, okay, I buy a PlayStation. Right. That's however much money. Then I want to play Last of Us 2. I have to buy it. Then I want to play the Samurai game. I have to buy it. They're all like 40 quid, 50 quid each time, whatever. Whereas you buy an Xbox, you pay however much money for the Game Pass. You never buy a game again. That's the kind of difference.
You're right.
Economically,
so every sense. Xbox exclusive will be on Game Pass. Yeah.
But definitely, obviously, I've been saying it all along. I'm there with you, Angie. In that, if you got the PC, you never need to buy anything.
Exactly.
Just living in. I'm just spoiled rotten by Microsoft. I love them right now.
That's very true.
What great people.
Although remember that not every game. So when we're talking about Microsoft exclusives, yes, indeed. However, when we're talking about third party, not every game on Game Pass ends up on Game Pass for PC. Example, if you have Game Pass
to be honest, if I was super jealous, I'd just upgrade my Game Pass. It would still be cheaper.
What do you mean?
Than buying a proper game.
No. What you mean is, what I mean is, so there are two versions of Game Pass, right? So there's Game Pass for Xbox only, Game Pass for PC only, and then there's Game Pass Ultimate, which basically it's only both of them combined. Yeah. However, that doesn't mean that you get better games. You still get the same games on PC, right? Game Pass Ultimate doesn't make sense if you don't have an Xbox as well.
So you've got to have both for that to matter.
For example, The Witcher 3 is currently on Game Pass for Xbox, but it's not on Game Pass for PC. Right? And
but if you have the Ultimate one, can't you just play the Xbox?
No.
Isn't that whole point about that is that you could play your Xbox games on the PC?
No, the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, the only thing that does is combine if you have an Xbox and a PC, so say you buy an Xbox,
so you pay once.
Exactly, you pay once and you have everything, right? You can play Game Pass for PC, you can play Game Pass for your Xbox, and that's pretty much it, right?
So there's no point in you getting that if you've only got a PC.
Yeah, it's not going to benefit.
To be fair, I probably wouldn't pay for it anyway because I only pay £4 at the moment. It's still
and that £4 is
for
fine.
what you get is
It's really good. It's really, really good. In fact, Microsoft has just published their revenue for Q4 of the fiscal year. They are up 65% on software services and content, and 45% on hardware. So it's fair to say that they're doing really well. The pandemic did help, of course, but yeah, good event. I say good event. I liked it.
Yeah, they did well.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
I'm excited about a fair few of those games.
Me too. Scores out of 10 to wrap up. I'll give it a 9 out of 10.
7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll go sort of 7 or 8. If they'd shown more gameplay, it would have been higher.
Yeah.
The games themselves that they showed, really, really big fan. They've lost a solid point just for including Tetris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would have given it 8 otherwise.
Yeah, but
bloody hell!
And if they put more gameplay in, then it would have been higher. But yeah, no, it was a really good event. I'm very impressed.
Okay, well done, Microsoft and Phil Spencer. Yeah. And we'll be back on Tuesday. So see you there.
Bye, guys.
Bye.